Hey everybody, I want to give you a short overview on how to complete the oral language analysis assignment that you're going to be submitting today. Um, the reason that we're doing this is because this is an informal assessment of an English language learner's oral language proficiency, and you're going to be using this same rubric and similar procedure to collect an oral language sample from your case study student and analyze what level you think that they're at with relation to the speaking rubric provided by the WIDA consortium. So, thing number one is you need to review and check out the speaking rubric. And I just want to go over it briefly with you. The speaking rubric has three areas where we're going to be analyzing student speech production. And those are linguistic complexity, vocabulary usage, and language control. Linguistic complexity relates to how complex are the sentences that a child can produce on his or her own. So this goes from single words or phrases all the way to being able to provide a variety of kinds of sentences with an extended response and variety of sentence structures. And on the second page of the rubric, it provides an overview and a brief description of each of these areas as well. I just want to point that out. The second area that we're going to look at is vocabulary usage. So can the child use just high frequency general vocabulary, or are they able to use content specific vocabulary? And to what extent is that vocabulary production spontaneous or internalized, and to what extent are they groping for it or need extra prompts on it. So level 5, the child is able to use technical language related to different content areas with a lot of facility, whereas at the beginning level they might be able to use some general language related to the content area, but maybe groping for things that are beyond the familiar. All right, and the last area is language control, and this means like how fluent is the child's language production, and this would also relate to how grammatically correct is their language production, how's their pronunciation, how's their ability to select the right word that they're looking for, their semantics. So this area right here on developing when communicating in sentences that the child is comprehensible and fluent, but from time to time you might see them groping for language structures or groping for the right way to pronounce things or the right word that they're looking for. So this is a little bit different from the other two. It's more like how it all goes together. How much control do they exhibit over the grammar and the word choice and the phonology and all that good stuff. So that's the rubric that we're going to be utilizing. So that's thing number one. Thing number two is we're going to be utilizing the videos that are on the Learn Alberta website. And I just wanted to note that you are going to need Flash Player, which is free. You're going to need to make sure that's updated and installed on your computer in order to view the videos. And also, you tend to have to reload the videos in order to be able to see the visuals. So let me just kind of show you what these look like. So here's the Alberta, Canada website. And this lesson or these analyses are based on a lesson about landforms that they did. So if you want, you can observe the lesson first, and that's kind of neat, I think. Yeah. So you can see what the teacher was doing with the kids. I did a analysis of the level 1 speaker, which is Kangai. And so if you want to listen to him,
your picture here.
And see I have to reload this page so that the visuals will come up.
Because we need some water. Why do people need water? Because they are thirsty. This is
So if you want to like just listen to this and then you can, if you want, try out using the speaking rubric. How would you rate Kangai with relation to linguistic complexity, vocabulary usage, and language control? And then you can compare that to what I came up with if you like. So here you can see are my notes about Kangai. And so when you are trying this out with one of the other students that I'd like you to use or to look at on the website, please take specific notes and then note what level that you think that the child would be at. So here I put that I thought his linguistic complexity was at level 2, and I gave some reasons why. This is supposed to be Sabrina. And so you can check that out. I would like you to view 2 different other students, and these video clips are very short, and I'd just like you to view the first part of the video clip because the second part are the teachers doing their own analysis, and they use a different rubric and things like that, and you're welcome to listen to them, but I want you to try doing your own analysis first. So I'd like you to view Sabrina and Mustafa because they're at 2 different levels, and you can see the difference in their speech production and their language complexity. But just pick one of those 2 to actually take notes on and give recommendations for. So take notes on each area, try to figure out, okay, how would I describe the child's language complexity? How complicated are the sentences? What examples can I give? What kinds of vocab do they use? And then how much control do they have over their speech production? So take notes in each area, summarize what your conclusion is and what your rating is, and then finally what I'd like for you to do is actually come up with some specific recommendations. What would you recommend to help this student improve on their speaking skills? And you can think about things that we did in class as well as look back at chapter 4 chapter 5 in your text, the chapter on oral English language development. What activities or ideas do they have in the text that would be recommended or useful for the student that you select? So you're just going to pick one of these and go for it. So let me know if you have any questions. I think that about covers it.